I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live. 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660. So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment and an extra $300 a month. Like, it doesn't cover my phone, internet, food, you know? So not only do I not have any extra money, but just working makes me so exhausted that I don't have time either. Like, I get off work at 5:30, come home, and I'm just so tired. Anything that I need to do outside of work, I then just push off to like the weekend, and I'm like, I'm just too tired to do this after work. I'll wait until Saturday. So then I end up with so much to do on the weekend that ends up having to be split into 2 days. So I have to do stuff on both Saturday and Sunday. So then I don't get a day off. I don't get a day to relax. I don't get to decompress. So it is really like working 7 days.
An absolute newfound low in terms of my money, and I thought I'd share with you. So I had a week off for my sister-in-law's wedding, and I didn't think it would affect me as much as it did. So making no money last week definitely was like a high contributing factor, but I'm so annoyed at myself and so sick of myself for being so bad with money. When it comes towards the end of the month, that's when all my payments come out. So I am on this tax payment plan because I owed a heap of money last year for tax. And at the end of the month, I also have like my phone bill, which is pretty expensive because my phone's like on a plan. I can't really afford this, but I refuse to go back. I pay for my own private health insurance, which is like $55 a week, which is so much, but I'm like, it's for the long run. It's like a future Anna investment. So all of this money just came out at the start of the week. So altogether, it's probably like well over $300. It annoys me so much though, because it's been like Black Friday week. And so there's all these really good sales on things that I've wanted for a long time. Obviously can't buy them. But the other thing is Christmas is obviously coming up, and I usually always do all my Christmas shopping on Black Friday. Like, when I say I don't have money, like, it's not like I even have it in other accounts to transfer. Like, the balance is from like my health insurance and stuff coming out. That's how much money I have. That's, in terms of my equity, that's me. So when I was at work the other day, this was my dinner. It cost like $3.50, and I was like, bargain, that's dinner. It's honestly ridiculous. Like, $7 is what I have. And before you say anything, Locke has already sent me money this week to help with everything. Locke is so kind and always wants to help me, but I don't want to keep asking him. Like, it's really embarrassing. It is a new week though, and last week I worked a bit, and I'm actually starting full-time work now because I simply can't do this. So at least I know that money's coming in this week. And one thing that I did, which, again, I know that I'm bad with money. Like, this is my own fucking problem. But I needed to do some Christmas shopping because I was like, I know exactly what I'm getting my family. And because it was on sale for Black Friday, I was like, I'll just get it now and I'll put it on Afterpay, because I've got that thing where it's like, if you order something, you don't have to pay the first installment till the following week. And I know that by the end of this week, I will have money again. Anyway, it's fucking rough out here. But of course, have to acknowledge I do have it way better than a lot of people, and it's fine. And I do have money coming in, which I'm very grateful for. But times are...
Some of you didn't grow up poor, and it shows. Cost of living crisis, so let me help you. If you have a product that you don't use or you don't like, don't throw it away. It's a waste. This thing is like 236 mils. There's so much stuff in here, but I don't like using it on my face. As you can see, my skin can be a little bit sensitive, and I don't want to aggravate it, and I also don't really know what it does except go up my nose and make me taste flowers in my mouth. So instead, I use this on my skin, on my elbows, on my legs, on my arms, just wherever. Apparently you can use it on your hair as well. I just read that at the back, which again, I don't know. I think my hair is too sensitive to put things there, but apparently it adds moisture. No idea. If you have any extra uses for this, please feel free to put it in the comments. This is a little series that I want to start because my family did grow up pretty poor, and I have a lot of hacks, and I just kind of was thinking about it today, and I was like, why don't I post some of these hacks? So if you want to see more, also let me know.
Back from the grocery store, and we are officially almost at $10 for a bag of tortilla chips. It was $7.50. If you add the tax, that's about $8 here in the state of Florida. It was the family size bag. It was a big chunk of some potato chips, but tortilla chips, that's like the cheapest kind of chip you can manufacture, correct? It's getting to the point where I'm not even shocked anymore. Is this a recession indicator? I mean, is there some sort of bag of chips index? That is a marker of not good things to come. I'm curious, what are some other things that you've seen lately at the store that have just blown your mind? To this day, the craziest thing I've seen in this past year is my $14 cabbage. I don't think that can be surpassed. That's like a Guinness World Record. Something so insanely expensive, you can't even be upset. Did I still buy the cabbage? Yes. Was my okonomiyaki delicious? Also yes. But was it worth $14? Not entirely sure about that one. So tell me, what's the craziest thing you bought lately? Because I feel like we're in a grocery bubble. If I'm at the point where I'm considering making my own tortilla chips, something is terrible.
Hello to everyone on this lovely Monday morning. What can I say? Can't complain, I'm still alive. Can't complain about life because why? Got a roof over my head. I got food. My kids are healthy. But hasn't everyone noticed lately you go to the grocery shop and it's costing more and more and more, and they have all these sales on, and great, you save. But because they're on sale, you grab stuff that you wouldn't normally grab because the kids like that. And then your grocery bill's a little bit higher, but it saves you money in the long run, which it does. But each week, just for normal shopping without any luxuries, is like, depending on how many people you got to feed, it's like $200 at least. I've got 2 kids, me. And the cost of everything, like gas, electricity, water's gone up. And just to go to the shop to buy stuff like clothing and stuff. Yeah, they have good sales, and I normally do get the sales and stuff like that. But Christmas is coming up, and how do people really afford to save? I did it with my Woolies card, and I've got over $200 there to spend on Christmas, plus my 10% off. So that's going to be good. But how are people affording to live? How are people affording rent? Luckily, we don't have to rent. And we don't have a mortgage or anything. So that's a little bit easier on us. But we still got rates. We still got insurance for the house. You know, how do people afford to keep their cars and everything? And if you're only on minimum wage, how do you do that on a minimum wage? You know, having a family of, you know, mum and dad, and say 2 kids, maybe 3 kids, 4 kids, how do you survive with school fees and everything that's going up? So if anyone has any tricks or anything good to save money on anything, let me know, because we're all in this together, and I'd like to hear from other mums, single mums, families that have ideas how to save on anything, on your gas, electricity, water, on bills, on mobile phones, on anything. Let me know. Bye.
Through a cost of living crisis, a recession, whatever name we give it, most of us have felt the tightening of our budgets. Everyday necessities cost more and life has become heavier for many. It's hard and there's no denying that. But even in the difficulty, there's a small silver lining. Long before modern factories and mass production, our ancestors made what they needed with their own hands. They cooked from their gardens, mended their clothes, created, preserved and crafted at home. These weren't hobbies, they were everyday skills. In the last few years, especially during lockdown, many of us quietly began returning to those roots, learning to grow a little food, to bake, to fix, to make instead of buy. Skills that once felt old-fashioned are becoming meaningful again, and maybe that's the gift inside all of this. A reminder that simple skills matter, that self-sufficiency is value, that what our grandmothers passed down is worth passing on again. And if this is something you resonate with, then feel free to follow me. I share about all things simple homemaking and frugal.
Working hard but still feel behind? You ever feel like you're hustling but still can't get ahead? You're not lazy, the system is broken. Most hardworking people I know are drowning in bills. Not because they're irresponsible, but because the cost of living doesn't match the wages. That's why side income is becoming the new norm. And a simple $10 business is one of the easiest ways to start. Comment behind if this hits home.
indicator I've seen so far. Oh, I don't know, but maybe the fact that Gen Z is literally thrifting their holiday gifts, not because it's trendy, but because most of them can't afford to buy them brand new. And on top of that, about 50% of Gen Z adults still rely on support from their families because everything's too expensive. So yeah, we're no longer thrifting because it's trendy. It's because we literally can't do anything.